Now, Fratelli Tutti is the Pope's great invitation to rediscover the we, fraternity, brotherhood, social friendship, because that's the great thing missing from modernity. If modernity has been about liberty, equality and fraternity, fraternity's been the great missing element without which liberty and equality don't make sense. So at a time of growing conflict, tension, polarization, this is an invitation to recover, to find and recover our sense of ourselves as one human family. To me, that one of the most striking things in the document is a powerful critique of contemporary politics. So a critique of liberal individualism on the one hand and populism on the other, and carving out this kind of third space for a politics which is really what we would call a politics of the common good, politics as service of all and the vulnerable and so on. So a regeneration of politics is certainly one thing I take away. The second one is the importance of overcoming disagreement, conflict, polarization through rediscovering our ability to have dialogue and healthy listening, to be able to walk together with our differences, to rediscover that ability. And then the last one I took away really is, I mean, he's got a very powerful, beautiful exegesis on the Good Samaritan. And really to say at this time, I mean, the document is not a response to the pandemic, but it's made relevant by the pandemic. Yeah, we are all, he says, we are either the Good Samaritan, or the people that pass by, or we're the robber, or we're the wounded person. In a crisis, in a way so there's an invitation for us to choose, which is very Francis, to say, right, where do we want to be? Are we going to be part of building a new kind of society out of this crisis? I see Fratelli Tutti as part of a triptych. I think it begins with Evangelii Gaudium, which was about restoring our relationship to God. Laudato Si was about restoring our relationship to creation, and this is about restoring our relationship to each other. So we've got this kind of triptych of relationships that need to be restored, that all require, if you like, a kind of ecological regeneration and rescuing from the technocratic paradigm, if you like. So I think that on its own, it's a very powerful call. I think it's a call to a new kind of humanism, which we desperately need at this moment. But I think its real power is in completing that trio of teachings. I think this is a document which, even though actually it's less personal than Evangelii Gaudium, it feels a bit more like Laudato Si in the way it's been written. It's heavily quoted. Lots of quoting of himself and each other. So it's slightly heavier, but nonetheless, I think it's very him, particularly in this idea of the people that he's trying to recover. There's some very Francis notes in it, and there's something that stood out for me in there, which was to rediscover graciousness, which of course is what he has done so much in his own ministry, in what he has modelled. So I think this could be an example really of where a document really comes from deep within him and is really a meditation on the Abu Dhabi document on fraternity, which was issued last year, and he calls out Sheikh Al-Tayeb of Egypt, with whom he wrote that document, and a call for religions to work together to build this new world. So yeah, it's a very beautiful document.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Gomes, Executive Editor at America Media. Our team here works hard to lead the conversation in our church and in our world. So if you like what you just watched, please subscribe. Click that red subscribe button on your screen to stay up to date with our latest content.